Hello there everybody, I'm Kelso and I have a StarCraft 2 commentary for you. That's right. So pretty much what we got here is 1v1 between my friend ProjeKtSpice, good friend of mine, and Taco. Taco is what I want right now. Anyway, this is just a game he sent me. He said it was an interesting game he played. He said it had an interesting end, so I decided I would cast it, and it's already looking a little weird. Very early probe. I don't know, I guess that's not too weird, but seems a little, well, I don't even know. But it does look like he is going to wall off down here, probably going to go for an early expansion because this map is really good for it. Especially if you take out these rocks here, you can easily defend this position and this position. So you can have your 3 bases, and well, 3 base Protoss is freaking amazing. Does throw a pylon down here. Kind of interesting, I guess. Spice, I'm probably wondering what's going on, because if you're just throwing down your pylon right now, how do you have that many probes? But it does look like he is going to go for the forge and going to expand, early expand, maybe not forge, fast expand, you know, get your next, I think it's like 16 or something like that, but go for an early expansion at like 20 or 25 supply or something like that, which is pretty good. And we do see a proxy gateway, so it does look like we're going to see a bit of cheese here, which always interesting, kind of frustrating, but we'll see how he does. Oh, 2 gateways. I guess that's kind of normal. I don't really know how the proxy gateway thing works myself, but he's kind of wondering because he's looking around and he doesn't see anything. He scouted down here. He's like, oh, okay, what the hell's going on? Where the hell is that gateway, or where the hell is that forge, if he thinks that he's going to go for cannons? And did he see that? I don't think he did. No, he didn't see that. So he still doesn't know about these gateways. Luckily he does have a cannon up, so I think he can hold. But if he doesn't scout that out, it's going to be a bit of a nuisance for him, especially since he went for an early expand and now there's 2 probes, both of which are Taco, I think. So interesting play by Taco. He is spending a lot of chrono boost on there, so his economy is going to be pretty bad, especially since he doesn't even have gas yet, which Spice doesn't have gas, and manages to sneak off a little proxy, or like in the main proxy pylo, and throwing down 2 cannons here, which I think should be able to hold off some zealots. But it does look like he is going to go for the expansion. Good play. This map is really good. I find it's a lot. No, both gonna go for expansions. Spice cheese. I don't really know if I could classify it as cheese if you are going for kind of a late, longer game with that expansion. Although he still hasn't scouted this out yet, so I don't even know what's going on. But I find it's a lot harder to go for fast expansions against Protoss. Like PvP, fast expanding is a lot more difficult just because it's so hard to hold off early 4-gate pressure or just any kind of pressure at all. So we'll see how Spice does. This pylon is still chilling down here, so if he ever gets his gas and gets a side core, which side core is on the way, still not on the way for Spice, however, so is going for double gas though, so gonna try and make up for all that lost gas time. But I don't even know what Taco's doing here, because instead of sending these off to do their little thing, he's rallying back to the base, and it does look like he's gonna see this. Yeah, and he's probably just like, ah, oh, come on, really? But yeah. Oh boy. Nothing says awkward like when you notice someone's cheese. That awkward moment when you realize you're being cheesed. I really wouldn't call it a cheese anymore though, because he's just making zealots and rallying him to his base. He's not going for any early pressure, so But I guess Spice is going for the safe rather than sorry and throwing down a lot of cannons here. That's a lot of money spent on cannons, you know, so hopefully it's worth it. But yeah, it's kind of an interesting game so far. Both of them are just kind of turtling a little bit. Guess you kind of have to. It's been supply blocked for a really long time though, so really needs to deal with that. Guess he cleaned up that pylon. I'm not really sure what he cleaned it up with. He doesn't really have any units. The units tab here. Yeah, he must have brought off a bunch of probes or something. Interesting, interesting. Now we do see Warpgate tech is on the way. Both expansions are fairly saturated, so it's pretty much mid-game right now, I would say. But Spice, no units at all, just has a bunch of probes, and yeah, I don't really know what his plan is. It looks like he's going for a mid-game forgate or something, because and a Robogate and 2 forges. I wonder if he realizes that he already has a forge here. Probably not, or maybe he thinks that that one might get taken out, which I guess is a nice thing, because there's nothing like having your +1 almost done and then all of a sudden someone snipes the pylon or someone snipes the forge and then you have to restart that. I guess, you know, if you are on 2 base and you have a little bit of extra minerals, you may as well just be safe and throw down another forge, which, yeah, it's good. But, yeah, so he better catch up quick, because we do see Immortals and Stalkers, both of which are really good. Really good. Like, Immortals are immortals. I'm just joking. Marines counter those, but what don't Marines count? Eh? But he is going for +1/+1, getting an observer out, which is good. Still, he has 4 stalkers and a couple sentries, which can hold the ramp with these cannon support. So for now, I think he's safe, but he really needs to get on that production and get some army, because when that knocks on his front door, that's going to be it's going to be sketchy. Kind of a waste of 300 minerals here. Well, 400 minerals, because I don't know, it's not cheap and he's not producing out of them, and I think he has no more gateways anywhere. So it looks like he's going to go for straight robotics RoboBay production. And Spice is now finally starting to get a bit of an army going, which is good. Supplies are starting to catch up. It's good. Yeah. Does have an observer, sees that he does have warp gate up now, so I think they both, yeah, they do both have warp gate up. Once again, Taco supply block, so obviously this is not a super professional game, you know, it's just it's a funny game that I decided to cast. But yeah, we see he's gone for really heavy RoboBay units, which are really good, especially I find Immortals are especially good at like defending. I mean, you can't really go for an Immortal rush, like, you know, go for mega early Immortals and really do that a whole lot of damage, just because they kind of suck on by themselves. But for defending, they're just amazing. You can leave them on the high ground right here, you know, while your zealots are soaking up all the damage. Your guys are guardian shields, and these things, I think they do like, what is their damage? 20 damage, but 50 versus armored, which stalkers do count as armored. And so, you know, that's a lot of damage, especially if you only have that many lives. 160 life in total. But he is starting to push out here. Very stalker heavy, or sorry, very zealot heavy. Kind of interesting. Probably gonna try and get zealot legs. Actually, he is going for Colossus, double Colossus production right now. Spice is going for the zealot legs, and I think this is +2. Yeah, so he's going for like heavy upgrade, and he does have quite a bit of zealots now. He does have 6 gates. He does have his Twilight Council, so I'd say that it's fairly even right now. It just depends on what angle they push at, or when they push out, or who expands, because I'd like to see Taco go for this third expansion, since he does have quite a bit of map control, especially with these double Colossus here, which will have Thermal Lance very soon here, which is going to be really good for taking down these cannons that Spice had up here. And yeah, Spice is going to have to make something happen if he's going to hold against this. I don't really know. Could go for, I don't even know, because he's going for a really zealot. Oh, I see what you're doing there. He's going for a little special tactics. So is fully loaded with zealots. So we'll keep that in mind and see how that goes. Zealot drops, if unchecked, are so good, but we do see he is going to push out here. Looks like he's going to start knocking on the front door, and he is starting to take away. Spice has to do something here. He's pushing out, but I mean, these zealots, they're gonna get eaten up so quickly by these Colossus, like it's disgusting. Yeah, he is gonna have to pull back if he wants to pull back into the cannon support. If he's gonna do anything, it does look like he is gonna start dropping, and he's ravaging his probe line. It's ridiculous. He's not doing anything, and his probe line is getting destroyed. I don't know if he realizes that his probes are all dead. Like, this whole saturation is gone. He is using the Colossus to kind of push up and pull back, and push up and pull back, but if he doesn't do something about these zealots, you know, he's not going to have much stuff left. And you know, I don't understand why people do this, why they warp in right in the middle of all the bad guys, because then they just get attacked while they're warping in, and then they don't spawn in with a bunch of stuff. But if you do see he is trying to push out. Spice, he's taking heavy casualties here since he went for that zealot heavy thing, and the Immortals are just dealing with these stalkers while the Colossus deal with the zealots. So I don't think that Spice can hold this. Looks like it might be a bit of a what? He had zealots to deal with this, and big army to. Okay. So, like, I don't really know what to say about that. I think that Taco could have really done a lot of damage. Could have dealt with these, you know, instead of warping down here, just warping a bunch of stalkers up here. Okay, well, I don't know. I guess Spice was in the lead. He does have a pretty hefty supply advantage, and he was working on his +2 or +3, and I don't even think that Taco had +1 yet. Huh. No upgrades at all. Okay, well, that was a pretty interesting game by Spice versus Taco. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Obviously it wasn't a pro game or anything, but it was an interesting game. So please remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. Also check out our YouTube channel. Check out our Twitter and our Facebook channel. And yeah, we'll talk to you guys next time. Have a good one.